dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. When the weather gets warmer and spring rolls around, many animal shelters become overwhelmed with the number of puppies and kittens they take in. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke to shelter workers with the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter, what they're doing to prepare for puppy and kitten season, and the importance of spaying and neutering your animals.
When the temperatures increase, so do the number of puppies and kittens that are dropped off at animal shelters across the region.
We're already seeing pregnant animals and litters of puppies on top of litters of puppies.
With so many puppies and kittens being brought in, especially newborn puppies and kittens, the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter is asking the community to donate neonatal supplies such as puppy and kitten milk and bottles.
We have a lot of moms that are killed during this time. They'll get on the road and they'll actually get killed. They'll have puppies or kittens that are just days old or a week or two old still nursing, and the shelter during this time desperately needs volunteers to help with feeding those.
Both Tammy Noble and Minnie Owsley at the shelter say the best way to prepare for puppy and kitten season is to spay and neuter your animals.
A lot of people would think that it's this big costly thing, and depending on where you go, it can be. But it's a lot more expensive to have an emergency C-section for a dog when you could have paid probably half of that and got her fixed in the first place.
This shelter is one of several facilities in the state that offer low-cost spay and neuter programs to help pet owners put a dent in puppy and kitten season.
If you could spay and neuter your pet and prevent the possibility of having to have an emergency surgery or even death, then why wouldn't you?
Helping to share the importance of spaying and neutering your pets during National Spay and Neuter Month and beyond. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Board President of the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter, Tammy Noble, says she wants to thank the Hope Spay Neuter Clinic in helping to train and guide shelter staff for their low-cost spay and neuter program. The mother of a missing Shelby County girl and her boyfriend are facing murder charges in connection to the 4-year-old girl's death. Shelby County Sheriff Mark Moore said Catherine McKinney, mother of 4-year-old Serenity McKinney, and her boyfriend Dakota Hill have been charged with murder. He said the two were booked into the Shelby County Detention Center Saturday. They were arrested in Kansas 2 weeks ago and extradited back to Kentucky. Serenity McKinney was reported missing on January 31st of this year. An vigil was held for her last Sunday. COVID cases in the Commonwealth are continuing to drop. In the past 3 weeks, the positivity rate has plunged by more than 16%. Several school districts in our area have moved to making masking optional by the end of the month. But one Lexington doctor says the move is coming too soon.
I'm a little bit concerned that right now, today, would be too early to ditch the mask totally. We're not at a safe level. We're still at a high, substantial level of viral transmission.
Dr. Fox acknowledged that there has been marked improvement both across the country and here in the Commonwealth when it comes to the virus. Even still, Kentucky saw its 6th highest week of cases just last week. School districts in both Bourbon and Clark County made mask optional announcements yesterday. A new proposed bill in West Virginia would cap the price of a month's supply of insulin at $35. 2 years ago, legislature capped the price of the life-saving diabetes drug at $100. The proponents of the new bill say that didn't go far enough. The proposed bill also caps a month's supply of test strips and other devices at $100 and an insulin pump at $250 once every 2 years. Sarah Stevens and her son Cameron are both type 1 diabetics. Stevens says the new bill would give patients peace of mind.
I know that he's going to be okay. And that's really important. And so this isn't just about saving a few $100s here or there. This bill is about really ensuring the lives of people who are affected by this disease.
The proposal recently passed the House with a vote of 94-3. Now awaits action by the Senate Health and Human Resources Committee. 2 years ago, it passed the Senate with just one dissenting vote.
Well, aside from some chilly temperatures out there, it was a very great day across the mountains with plenty of sunshine and blue sky. And right now we are looking at a beautiful sunset over at our I-64 camera in Moorhead. Check that out. Gorgeous sunset back into the distance as we are dry under that clear sky. Temperatures, like I mentioned, are chilly in those middle and lower 30s, 32 for Pikeville, 33 for Jackson and Prestonsburg, 35 over in London. It was a gorgeous day, lots of sunshine and blue sky on satellite and radar, so really not much happening out there, and that will continue to be the case as we go throughout the rest of this evening. If you have any plans to head out to dinner, you may want to bundle up because temperatures will be falling into the upper 20s and lower 30s. But the good news is we stay dry and mostly clear. I got that full forecast and what you can expect for your next work week with more rain returning on the way. Keaton.
Thanks, Cameron. The return of the annual Hillbilly Days Festival is swiftly approaching after being canceled the last 2 years. The festival started as a way for the Shriners Hospital, Children's Hospital to fundraise, but then grew into something larger than life. During 2020 and 2021, the festival had to be canceled due to the pandemic after 43 continuous years since 1977. Now the city of Pikeville has plans for hillbillies to make the return to Pikeville and get out of the hollers.
People are so ready to get back to normal, and I think we're seeing that across the country with the dropping of mask mandates and other events that are starting to come back into operation. And it will be kind of a kickoff celebration for everybody.
2022's Hillbilly Days Festival is scheduled for April 21st through April 23rd. And the usual fair food, bluegrass, and carnival are all on the schedule. We'll have more about this exciting news from the city officials coming up tonight at 11. A food giveaway was held by Community Christian Church today in Lee County. WIMT's Chaz Jenkins has more.
A huge success, seeing more than 50 boxes go out in just 15 minutes.
We had to cancel last month because of weather, so people were really in need of the food. So we were limited this month because we're a little low on supply, but we were able to bless 50 or 60 families this month, so we were thankful for that.
Allowing volunteers to lend a helping hand.
It's doing God's work. God wants us to serve and to help out. That's what we're doing.
An event church members say is important for the area.
We believe this is really helping. As you can see how many people we've had and, all day, and it's good work.
Community Christian Church in serious need of food donations.
Things that are dry goods or vegetables or soups or pasta sauces and stuff like that. So there's multiple ways people can give, and there's a great need. And it's not just Lee County. It's surrounding counties too. It's all of our community.
Wanting to keep their program going for as long as possible.
We don't want to get rid of this project. We want to continue this project no matter what it takes. We'll work really hard to continue it because there is a need, and it is a project that God has laid on our hearts to do.
Working hard to help their fellow community. In Lee County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Jules says she appreciates everyone who came out to help during the giveaway. This afternoon on WYMT, the Kentucky Wildcats welcomed in the Crimson Tide, looking to repeat the success they had in Tuscaloosa. WYMT's Courtney Lane Brewer joins us with more from the game.
Thanks, Keaton. One of only a few home games left this season, Kentucky looks to add another top 25 conference win to their resume. Number 25 Alabama worked the Cats into a 12-point hole midway through the first, but a run led by Keon Brooks and Kellen Grady sealed the win for Kentucky. I'll have more in sports on how the Cats got it done and without two starters. But for now, Keaton, back to you.
Thanks, Courtney. A Tennessee man is accused of stealing $10,000 worth of merchandise from a sports memorabilia store in Lexington. The Herald Leader reports a federal grand jury indicted Jason Cates on conspiracy and transporting stolen goods across state lines. Police say he burglarized the Kentucky Roadshow shop back in September. They say he stole about 1,000 sports cards. This was the second time the shop had been burglarized. Wordle has taken the internet by storm. The daily puzzle gives people 6 guesses to figure out 5-letter mystery word. Psychologists say this new addiction has potential cognitive benefits, especially for long-haul COVID survivors dealing with brain fog. Vanderbilt psychologist Dr. Jim Jackson says it's recommended long-haul COVID survivors take part in day-to-day activities to improve brain health. He says Wordle can be one of those actions.
Wordle is not a magic wand, for these people. I don't want to suggest it is, but it likely is an activity that could really be helpful in preserving the cognition that they have.
Playing games like Scrabble or chess, doing puzzles, or playing an instrument are other ways to keep your brain healthy. Jackson says the daily word game is also a healthy distraction, in contrast to doing things like, quote, doom scrolling on your phone. Still to come, credit freezes are free, yet a majority of Americans don't use them even after their data has been breached.
Sunshine and blue sky sticks around into your Sunday, but how long does that last? I got those details coming up.